We were supposed to have him last week, but he had to get some extra treatment. So the body's all good. Now he's on a road trip and joining us on the Western Pizza guest hotline from Saskatoon. Born and raised in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Now a member of the Los Angeles Kings and going over to play for Canada at the Winter Olympics. Goaltender Darcy Kuemper is with us. Darcy, thanks so much for doing this. And first question, the obvious one, I'm sure you've been asked it already. What's it like getting that call that you're going to represent your country at the Olympics? Can you even put it into words?
No, not really. Obviously, you know you're in the mix to possibly make the team, but to finally find out that you're on it is a dream come true, something that I think all the kids growing up back home, I'm sure they still do, dream of wearing the maple leaf one day on the biggest stage. So a huge honor, and I was beyond excited.
What can you say to people out there that are listening just on how you prepare for an Olympic Games now? It's mid-season. It's a short tournament. There's the drug testing and there's everything like that. How do you prepare for the Games physically and mentally, I guess?
Yeah, I think it's weird in the middle of the season. So for me personally, I think for everybody, I'm sure, is just a focus on playing your best for your team in the current situation, and they'll put you in the spot for your game to be the most ready for when you get over there. It's kind of weird where you can't really train for that specific event because you're in the middle of your regular season. But I think just playing the best you can and focusing on playing good hockey for your team puts you in a great spot to be ready to go.
And mentally, you prepare to be the starter then, obviously? Yeah,
I think everyone has to prepare to play as much as to be prepared to play as much as is possibly given to them. And, I think everybody wants the net, so you're ready to roll. I know I am.
Your dad, when we had him on a couple of weeks ago, Brent was talking about just, you're going to be helping out with tickets and maybe some lodging, because it's not an easy place to send a family to go. It's expensive for starters. How is that process going? Or can you kind of push that off onto a travel agent or somebody else so you can kind of just focus on hockey as far as helping out the family with tickets and lodging and all that stuff?
Luckily for me, my wife's great at handling all that business. So she's everybody's travel agent, it seems, and she's got it all set up so everyone has a place to stay and making sure everyone's been able to find flights to get over there. So I don't have to worry with any of that. She takes care of it all for everyone.
The guys on the team, obviously you play against them. There's Connor McDavid, enough said, Sidney Crosby. Is there a guy on the roster that's going over, Darcy, as a goalie that you maybe find maybe doesn't get the, I don't want to say respect, but is kind of sneaky good, that a goalies you kind of always got to be on your toes besides the main guys?
Well, I think anybody that's making that team is sneaky good. Whenever you play against anyone that's on the roster, their team's top players, and they're always popping up in the pre-scouts, and you're trying to learn their tendencies the best you can so that you can be ready to go. And they all bring something different to the table. I could go through the whole roster and what makes everyone so hard to play against, but they're all there for a reason, and they're all tough and great players to play against. What
can you tell fans of a guy, he's been through the wars, he's won cups, he's won gold medals, and he's going back with you? How do you describe Drew Doughty? He's just a winner. He's won obviously so much in his career, and but he still has so much competitiveness to his game every day. Practicing with him, it's hilarious. Every single rep is he's trying to win, and I think that's good to have on our team every day. It brings a different kind of intensity to every practice, but also to have his experience and a guy that's been through a lot of different situations that you can lean on and knows what it takes is awesome to have. It's crazy that the rink will be a little bit shorter. It looks nice. Who knows what the rooms are going to look like? Is there a chat group going on with all the guys going over there? Are you guys staying abreast of anything with the rink?
No, I think we're just kind of prepared for whatever it's going to be. Everyone's got to play on the same ice, so yeah. You just got to make the best of the situation, and the facilities are going to be what they are. So you just got to do what you can to be ready, and use them the best you can. And I think you just have to be in a good mind space for that, which we've talked about, and I think everybody's ready for it.
Yeah, you might have to go back to your days of playing in the Shro or the Archibald with the smaller ice. You'd be used to it for sure. I'm sure there'll be some pre-scouts, but you've played in the World Championships as well. How do you get ready, I guess, for teams that don't have the NHL pedigree and the players? And they're going to play some teams like France where there might not be anybody that you guys have ever seen pro-wise. Mentally, just, respect every opponent? Yeah,
I think you just have to, respect your opponent. There's some teams, like you said, that might not have a lot of NHL players, but, it's the Olympics and they're going to be giving it their all, and they're good players in their own right. So you got to respect your opponent regardless of who it is, and know that there's not going to be any easy games, really. You got to take it seriously and be ready to play against everybody.
I was watching you the other night. You seem like a jovial guy on the ice. Like you like to talk to other players. I don't know if that's chirping or if it's legit you're, striking up conversations. Would you consider yourself a guy that likes to talk out there?
Yeah, I don't really do a lot of chirping, but I'll talk to the other guys and kind of joke around with them. And I try to stay as loose as I can out there, and I feel like that's what I'm playing my best. So, it helps you just kind of move on from one whistle to the next and kind of turn it off, turn it on in between whistles. So talking to guys is a good way to do that.
A couple of quick ones here. What's your favorite NHL rink to play in as a visitor?
As a visitor, I'd probably say Montreal, the Bell Center. Just the way it's built, it feels like the fans are right on top of you. And, regardless of how their team's doing, they always bring the energy every night. And it's just a fun crowd to play against or play in front of, regardless of what time of year it is or where they are in the standings. They're just so passionate about their hockey there.
We're just snapping out of a minus 50 streak here in Saskatoon. You know all about that playing. Do you ever remember any small town rinks or the coldest rink as a kid playing in back in Saskatoon here, Darcy?
Shro was always really cold. You'd walk in there in the morning and there'd just be ice on the walls. And as a goalie, playing in a cold rink isn't the most fun because the pucks freeze and get a little bit harder and hurt a little bit more. So I think maybe it toughened me up a little bit when I was younger.
You ever been in a goalie fight?
No. I was close last year, but the refs broke it up before it really got started.
And just in closing here, I wonder if you can give some words. Jim McIntyre, longtime owner, manager, coach of the Saskatoon Contacts, passes away last week at 87. You played Contacts a couple of years. When you think of Mr. Mac and just how he shaped so many lives, what comes up in your mind, Darcy?
Yeah, what a life he lived. To be able to be involved with the hockey for that long, you just think about how many different players' lives he touched. Coming through that system and being able to play for the Contacts was such an honor when I was younger. Whether guys turned pro or ended up playing in the WHL, junior hockey, scholarships, NCAA, CIS. He affected so many people in so many different ways that we're forever grateful for being able to play for him and to know him, and really sad to hear about his passing.
All right, Darcy, everybody in Saskatoon is going to be rooting for the whole team, but especially you. Again, thanks so much for taking some time today on the road trip and before you go over and chatting with us.
Thanks very much for having me.